Take one.
Welcome back to Gainesville, Marina. We are standing in the Bennington 2575 RCW. And by my side is the guy I consider the pontoon expert here at Gainesville, Marina, Mr. Randy Jones. How are you today, Randy?
Mark, doing fine. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We're standing in this beautiful boat here, and I spent a little bit of time in it, but I want you to tell me some of the unique features that this Bennington has in it that nobody else has. And the first thing that I notice is this furniture. I mean, what's this billet top furniture all about?
Well, I'm glad you noticed that, Mark. This is the RLX upgraded furniture we have on it with this imitation ostrich skin. It looks pretty impressive, doesn't it?
It does. It looks real nice and comfortable. Something that you would see in a house, maybe like a couch or something.
Your sofa probably doesn't have a good cushion as we got on the back of the pontoon boat. You're going to do what on a boat? You're going to ride hours and hours and hours on a pontoon boat, so you definitely want to be comfortable, don't you?
Exactly. Now tell me, is this an armrest here, or?
Yes, if you pull this out, this opens up as an armrest and also a cup holder.
Oh, that's great. So when I'm cruising around, I can have my adult beverage here while somebody's at the helm and we can just relax, right?
That's perfectly right.
Okay, now underneath all these seats, do we have storage, or what do we have underneath these seats?
Every one of the seats will open up and you have a full one-piece rotor-cast seat base that's bolted to the floor and to the rail of the boat. And again, you notice that it has a gutter system where the water is in turn pushed away and that in turn trapped inside, or whatever you're storing will get wet.
You know, nothing's worse than I've been boating for years and you open up a seat cushion and you got water. That to me is just something that Bennington does that's unique, that allows your boat to last a lot longer. Isn't that right?
That's correct. And also one of the most important things about a pontoon boat is you're going to, like I say, you're going to sit a lot.
Right.
Sit on this seat and feel that lumbar support. I don't believe there's another manufacturer that builds a seat as comfortable as ours. Do you feel that lumbar support?
I do. It's nice and comfortable, so when I'm cruising down the water, I feel like it's going to be even a nice ride up here. Isn't that right, Randy?
A fantastic ride. What's one of the smoothest riding boats in the world? It's a twin hull displacement catamaran. What's a pontoon? Same thing. That boat's going to ride so smooth, and the Bennington is just unbelievable.
Perfect. Now we're in an awfully large boat, and a lot of people just assume that a pontoon is just going to be kind of sluggish out there, that you're going to be putzing around. Now you were telling me earlier about this ESP design, the elliptical package. What's that all about, Randy?
Since you brought that up, this boat is an ESP. You have a 32-inch elliptical tube in the center. You have 25-inch pontoons on the outside. You got lift and strakes on the outside pontoons or performance foils on the inside pontoon. You take this boat out and you bank a curve. You better tell your people on board that you're going to bank, because that thing is going to turn just like a deck boat. It's unbelievable what it can turn to.
It's ultimately not like the old pontoons now, is it, Randy?
No, it's not mom and pop anymore. But along with that, we've added the power assist steering. So that when we go out in a minute, as you can see, you'll turn this boat with the palm of your hand with that power assist steering, easier than your car.
Right. Now, if I want to ski, or I want to wakeboard, or I want to do any water sports, is this storage for my water sports need down here?
If this opens up for all types of internal storage, basically if the kids misbehave, there's a timeout area here.
You know, I think that's so huge that I can climb all the way in it, isn't it?
Where did he go?
That's amazing, Randy. That's absolutely amazing. Now, walking back to the helm of the boat, now I noticed that this helm is actually raised. Is that unique to this series or all the series?
That's more or less unique to Gainesville Marina. We bring all of our R series in with the raised helm. It gives you a little bit of elevated seat so you can see just a little bit better. Bow rider. You're not going to lose the horizon where you got to stand and look. You can keep your seat and see everything, but this just gives you a little bit of elevation to talk to your people. And if you look at this dash, have you ever seen a pontoon dash as attractive as that?
I haven't.
I mean, this is out of a Jaguar or a Mercedes. This is not out of your typical pontoon that you see up down the street.
Right, and I also noticed the lighted cup holders and the blue lights around. That must be really nice at night.
Yes, your LED cup holders are very super nice at night when the sun's setting and you're having a little glass of wine and the cheese and stuff like that. Very, very, very awesome.
And then I assume this is for a depth finder. It also shows your water temperature, and a fish finder as well. So just in case you want to go out there and fish or something, you can, can't you?
Correct. And now that's showing me right now with 27 feet. The water temperature is 52 degrees. You might want to fish. I don't think you want to go swimming right yet.
I don't think I want to go swimming. Now, I've always heard in pontoons that the speedometers aren't very accurate in pontoons, but that's different in a Bennington pontoon, correct?
That's correct. Our speedometer is a is an analog speedo, but I'm getting a GPS signal, so that speed is actually accurate. And you mentioned earlier skiing. What's very impressive about the ESP is that at 16, 17 miles an hour, this boat's up on plane.
Right.
And that's when you're going to get your best performance and your best fuel economy out of it. And your wakeboard and kneeboard is going to do this, what, at 18, 19 miles an hour?
Right.
So you're just right up there, just where you need to be.
That's
and
excellent.
Of course, with the skiing, we've got enough horsepower back here, 250 horsepower, that you can pull 2 or 3 slalom skiers.
Let's walk to the back. The first thing before I look at the motor, I see these nice rear loungers right here. It looks like a great place to kick back, relax. Maybe you're pulled into a cove. You can sit back here with your wife or whoever else and just relax. Now, is there any storage, or is there happen to be a changing room in this boat?
You have a changing room on the one side, and you have storage to turn on the other side.
Okay.
Since we're standing here, we also have a 57-gallon fuel tank just in the center of the pontoon, so it gives you a good balance and turn.
And we can go out all day on one tank of gas,
You
can't
can
we?
go out all weekend.
All weekend. That's what I like to hear. Now, we got our ski tow bar. Now, this is removable and can be stored in the storage compartment if you're not using it, correct?
That's correct.
And then going back to the motor, exactly what you're talking. Now we have the ESP package with the 3 pontoons. That's going to allow you performance in the water. But I think this is going to back up that performance, isn't that right?
No question about it. This is a brand new for Yamaha. It's their VMAX SHO, which is super high output, 250 horsepower. The boat runs about 45 mile an hour plus. And for a pontoon, it's pretty amazing.
I can barefoot behind that, Randy.
You ready to do that?
Let's do it in 52 degrees. You know, this package just seems absolutely amazing. Now, one thing that I know about Bennington Pontoon is not only they have the best warranty in the business, but J.D. Power also backs them up. Tell me a little about that.
Well, we've won the J.D. Power Award 4 years now.
Wow.
And actually, no one's been in the top 2 the entire time they've been doing it except for Bennington. We've either won it or been in second place. Most of our competition might have, 1 or 2 might have made it in the top 5 one year, but they're so far down after that they don't rank anywhere. But let's back up to the motor just for a second. It's pretty impressive. You look at a big 250 horsepower, and you're allowed to think this thing's a very big, bulky, heavy motor.
Right.
This motor only weighs 29 pounds more than a Yamaha F-150. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
That is amazing. Now, 3-year warranty on the motor, correct?
3-year warranty on the motor. And let's back up since you mentioned warranties. Bennington has a full 5-year warranty, stem to stern on the boat.
Yeah.
The most impressive thing about that, if you look at our site, if you look at our brochure, it's just spelled out in great detail. That 5-year warranty is through Bennington. It's not through Mohawk Carp or Sony Radio. It's through Bennington. If that radio should go out 4 years, 365 days from today, you get another radio. It's not prorated. I don't have to call Sony and simply call it into Bennington.
Wow.
Then you got a lifetime structural warranty on the boat to the original buyer. If you keep it 5 years and you want to sell it to Mary Beth across the street or whatever, she can transfer the structural warranty over to her. And that's your bimini frame, your rails, the pontoons, the motor mounts, the floor, your seat base, just about everything structurally on the boat. Pretty amazing.
That is amazing. Well, you know, I think we've only touched on a few things about the Bennington Pontoon, but what I'm going to challenge you customers to do is come down to Gainesville Marina, come down and look at the 2575 RCW with the 250 VMAX, or take a look at all of our Bennington Pontoons, and you come and ride it, and you experience the difference. Thank you, Randy.
I appreciate you coming by. Good for the ride.
Thank you, buddy.